What's up, you guys? This is your boy, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports Philly, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charges to the game. Appreciate you guys for always liking on the content. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the content grow. But I want to talk to you guys about some things when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. In particular, I want to address the off season. Now, the off season is going to be really important for the Philadelphia Eagles because of the simple fact that we're going to have a lot of money, supposedly. We have a lot of draft picks, notably 3 first-round draft picks at that. So we're going to have a lot of flexibility to get things done, especially to improve this team. Now, you have some people on the side of the fence of leverage those picks to bring in a veteran quarterback presence like a Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson. You got some people on the other side of the fence where when it comes to just taking those draft picks, rebuilding his roster, leaning on Jalen Hurts and developing him. So I want to talk to you guys about our most dire needs for the football team. We have several positional needs, and this is going to fall more so in line with the side of we should really lean on Jalen Hurts and really try to reload this team because, in my humble opinion, we're not a quarterback away. I don't know why people think that. I don't know why people think that, oh, if you have a chance to get Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, pull the trigger. Look, I'm all about getting this team better. That's the one thing we need to make clear. I'm all about this team being better than they were the day before. I'm all about this team being better than they were the season before. I believe in that. I believe in getting better. But at what cost? Do you really want to leverage your entire situation, leverage your entire future, leverage the chance to get this roster where it needs to be in Super Bowl contention for a guy that can't necessarily put you over the top as your team is presently constructed? Yes, we made the playoffs with Jalen Hurts as this team is presently constructed with a lackluster wide receiver core in totality. But let's be honest. Watching these playoffs, watching teams like the Cowboys fall, watching teams like the Packers fall, watching teams like the Raiders fall, it just shows you that teams are never just a quarterback away. Just having the best quarterback doesn't take you to the promised land. Sometimes it takes more than just having the best quarterback. The game is bigger than one position. And I will never let people convince me of anything other than that. The game is bigger than one position. Like I said, Dak Prescott couldn't do it by himself. His team let him down in different ways. I'm not saying he played the best game, but teams get you over the hump. Think about the matchup last night between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. And I know I said we're going to get into the Eagles' needs. We're going to do that. But think about the Green Bay Packers when they played the San Francisco 49ers last night. The San Francisco 49ers beat up on that team. They were more physical, they were more dominant, and the team overall has made more plays. I think the San Francisco 49ers blocked a field goal and they blocked a punt, which directly took points off the board and led to more points for the opposing team, being the San Francisco 49ers. But the Green Bay Packers had the better quarterback. They had the more talent at the wide receiver position, right? So to speak. They had Devontae Adams. Granted, the 49ers have Deebo Samuel, but I think when it comes to the wide receiver position solely, Devontae Adams is a better wide receiver than Deebo Samuel. But Deebo Samuel gives you more versatility, does a lot more things in the running game and the blocking and so on and so forth. But overall, the San Francisco 49ers had a stronger team effort than the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers had the better quarterback, but they only were able to muster up 10 points. So we need to really discuss the fact that is the quarterback position really the only thing you need to get you over the hump? Having the best quarterback in the league in Aaron Rodgers, and that's arguable and that's debatable, but top 5, top 3 quarterback in the NFL, no debate about that. He still couldn't get it done. And he had to buy. And he was at home in Lambeau. Everything was leaning in his favor, but still couldn't get it done. So that tells you the game goes further beyond just the quarterback position. Yes, you want to have the better quarterback in your division, but Jimmy G, he's not the best quarterback in his division. And they knocked off the Cowboys. They knocked off the Packers. And Jimmy G was not the better quarterback in either of those games, really. But regardless, let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles' needs. So let's get right into it. For me, our number one need is the linebacker position. I'll tell you why. We have guys like Alex Singleton back there. We have TJ Edwards back there, Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley. I believe Jannard Avery kind of plays that blend between linebacker and edge, right? But a guy like TJ Edwards, a guy like Alex Singleton, Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley, they're pups. Let's be honest. They don't really take you over the top when it comes to your linebacker core. If we're being honest with ourselves, the linebacker core was getting torched in the passing game all season over the middle. It seems like we lacked guys who were able to drop back with enough depth in their zone coverage. We had guys that couldn't keep up with tight ends and man coverage. We were constantly getting abused in the middle of the field. And I feel like it's really time for the Philadelphia Eagles to really invest in that linebacker position and bring in some quality talent, preferably a linebacker that's really good in pass coverage, a guy that plays fast, plays downhill, just an overall impact player at the linebacker position. So I think that's something we need. We can't keep getting by with these average guys, these guys who are par or subpar, or just overall mediocre. I like TJ Edwards. I like him in the run game. He's made impact plays throughout the season, but he's not someone who's consistently able to give you those impact plays. He's not someone you fear, especially in pass coverage. His strength is in run defense. He's had some plays, but overall, TJ Edwards, he's not someone that you want to be the focal point of your linebacker core. And then Alex Singleton, he's good. He's good in spurts. He's not really a every down linebacker to me. Davion Taylor, he's still a project. Sean Bradley, right now he's a special teamer, not an every down linebacker either. Jannard Avery, not an every down linebacker either. We need someone who can consistently be that presence in the linebacker core that strikes fear in the opponent and that can also drop back in coverage and play downhill. Now let's talk about our second most dire need. I think our second most dire need is the edge. The Philadelphia Eagles were ranked 26th in sacks this year. Now, sacks aren't the only quantifiable number when it comes to gauging a pass rush. You know, you have quarterback hits and you have quarterback hurries and things like that, right? And just overall pressures delivered. You're able to quantify that. But we weren't able to get home at any point really this season. I felt like I personally felt like we lacked impactful depth at the edge. The only guy who was remotely able to get home on the edge all season was Josh Sweat, and I still felt like he underachieved this season. That's just my personal opinion. But we had a guy like Derek Barnett who did nothing this year. We had a guy like Ryan Kerrigan who did basically nothing this year. Who we had a young guy in Teron Jackson who's still developing, so I don't want to put too much pressure on him. But overall, we lacked an overall presence on the edge. We lacked a dominant pass rush all season. We can't keep leaning on Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave to get home down, in the middle. Those guys, they get things done in run defense, but we had to get guys coming off that edge. We have to get guys who are able to get home, who can just wreak havoc, on both left tackle and right tackle sides. We just need more depth at that position. We need more versatility. We need more dominance at that position. That's just my humble opinion. Josh Sweat is not enough. Now let's talk about my third need, the safety position. We haven't had a good safety since Malcolm Jenkins, a consistent safety at that. I know we have Rodney McLeod, Anthony Harris. He's been fair. Marcus Epps is starting to come into his own. But again, we need someone who's an impact player. And I'm going to continue to say this. The Eagles need an impact player on each level of the defense. That's the defensive line, the linebacker core, like I mentioned, and now the DBs. The safety position, we've lacked dominance in that position, in my opinion, since Brian Dawkins. We have no one who strikes fear into the opponent. We have no one who's able to drop back and also play inside the box. We have no one who's versatile like that. You know what I mean? I think about that safety with the Titans. I think his last name is Byard or something like that. He's an All-Pro safety, and he's a ball hawk. We just don't have a playmaker in the safety position, and I feel like that's something we really need. The fourth major need, in my opinion, is the offensive line. Now, the offensive line has always had depth, but we've been suffering the injury bug these past couple seasons. Guys like Jack Driscoll, Nate Herbig, Isaac Samalu, Brandon Brooks, Leonard Dickerson. He's had minor tweaks throughout the season, but overall, he's been fairly healthy. But I feel that we have to keep in mind that a guy like Jason Kelce may retire this year. A guy like Brandon Brooks may retire. And that's two pivotal positions on that offensive line, your center and your right guard. I do like Jack Driscoll at that right guard position. He's shown he's capable of doing it. I like Nate Herbig at the guard position as well. He's capable of playing that swing guard as well. But I don't really trust Luke Juriga. I don't trust Sua Upeta. Lane Johnson, he's getting up there as well. The most promising prospect that we have on the offensive line is Jordan Mailata and Leonard Dickerson, and that solidifies the left side. Lane Johnson, I'm pretty sure he has like another season or two left in the tank, but we need to find a way to find the future of the center, the right guard, and that right tackle position. Like I said, I like Jack Driscoll at right guard, but I feel like we should still invest in the offensive line position. You can never have too many offensive linemen. It's just that simple for me. And my fifth most dire need for the Philadelphia Eagles is the cornerback position, mainly because we do have a guy like Darius Slay right there. We have Avonte Maddox. We do have some pretty reliable guys right there, but I have a strong feeling we're going to be losing Steven Nelson in the offseason. And on top of that, I feel like we lack corners from a depth perspective that really are good in man-to-man. Zach McPherson, he's still developing. Tay Gowan, he's still developing as well. We have a guy like Josiah Scott back there, still developing. Not sure how much stock you want to put in him, but I feel like we definitely need to invest in that cornerback position, bring in a legit bona fide boundary corner, a guy that can match up in man-to-man, a guy that can match up his zone and has good size on him. But that's all I really have for you guys when it comes to our needs. What do you guys think our dire needs are? Do you guys think we need a linebacker, edge, safety, offensive line, a corner? I want you guys to go in that comment section and drop all and put your most dire needs. Rank them from 1 to 5. 1 being the highest need, the greatest need, 5th being the least need. But regardless, this team needs a lot of talent, most notably on the defensive side of the ball. And it's straight like that. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports Philly, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.